In this video, we'll look at lighting scenes in SAVI for use with Corelux low voltage and high voltage lighting. First, we'll make a new lighting scene in Creator, and then look at the UI for lighting scenes in Facility View, and end with a few notes on how lighting scenes can be used. To build one from scratch, navigate to the Lighting Scenes tab within Creator and click New Scene. Give it a name and set a location and click OK. If this lighting scene will affect the entire facility or several locations, you can leave the location set to Equipment Closet. While building lighting scenes, any changes made are saved immediately. First, we'll need to choose what lighting devices will be included in this scene by clicking this Add and Remove button. The Corelux LED zones and high voltage devices selected here will be included in this lighting scene. Keep in mind that the functionality of making selections here matches other SAVI UI components in that clicking on the text itself will select that device and that device only, while deselecting everything else. To select multiple devices, click the checkbox for each one that you want to include. And remember that you can use these quick buttons here to select or deselect everything, and use the search field to find exactly which device you're looking for. Once the exact devices and zones you want to include in the scene are selected, hit OK, and they'll all be added to the scene. For LED zones, you'll need to specify a color by clicking the color square for it and choosing either a standard color, by pasting in a hex code, or entering an RGB value, or manually clicking on a color from the color picker and the hue slider. To save time, you can also select multiple zones by clicking their checkbox and choosing a color over here on the right. Below the standard colors are the same 9 custom colors that can be saved and applied from the SAVI UI. You can also use the drop-down here to select all the same type of Corelux device. You'll also want to make sure the zone is set to On, and set the brightness to the desired level, though again, don't forget you can select multiple zones, or even all of them, and set the brightness for all selected at the same time using the slider on the right. The last setting relates to the entire scene itself, and that's the fade times. This is simply the time in seconds that it'll take the lights to ramp up to their specified brightness, or ramp down to 0% if being turned off by the scene. Once everything looks properly configured, you can hit Test Scene to try it out, assuming that the actual devices have already been configured. Finally, don't forget if you're making multiple lighting scenes that all have similar zones and devices, you can use the Duplicate feature to save time. Now we'll take a quick look at the lighting scene editor in Facility View, which is available for end users. From Facility View, I'll open the main menu and click Lighting Scenes. Here is the scene that we just made. If I click on it, I can then click Edit, and I now have the same UI and functionality that I used in Creator to make the scene. I can now adjust brightness levels, change colors, or add and remove zones as needed. To use lighting scenes in SAVI, select it in Facility View and click On. This will execute the scene according to the configurations that we made. If I click Off, SAVI will simply set all brightness levels for the included zones and devices to 0%. This works exactly the same way in Map View, but when using a glass view, the end user will simply press the button and the scene will execute immediately. Finally, don't forget that you can have lighting scenes get launched from within any type of macro, whether it's a button, a schedule, or an event macro. This concludes our video on lighting scenes. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more SAVI training videos.